Journey with us through the dimly lit corridors of time, where shadows dance with elegance and darkness intertwines with beauty. We are about to unravel the enigmatic tapestry of Gothic fashion, a style that emerged from the medieval era and continues to captivate and inspire. From the soaring cathedrals to the elaborate garments of the elite, Gothic aesthetics have left an indelible mark on art, architecture, and, most intriguingly, fashion. Prepare to be transported back in time, to an era where every stitch told a story, and every garment whispered secrets of a bygone age. We will delve into the evolution of Gothic fashion, tracing its origins, exploring its key features, and examining its lasting impact on modern trends. Get ready to uncover the hidden meanings behind the textiles, patterns, and accessories that defined this iconic style. Our exploration will take us through the early Gothic period, a time of nascent creativity, where fashion began to break free from the rigid constraints of the Romanesque era. We'll witness the emergence of new silhouettes, the use of luxurious textiles, and the incorporation of symbolic motifs. From there, we'll venture into the High Gothic period, an era characterized by extravagance and refinement. The Gothic style, born in 12th century France, was more than just a fashion statement. It was a revolutionary movement that transcended mere aesthetics, influencing architecture, art, and culture in profound ways. It was a reflection of a changing world, a world where religious fervor intertwined with burgeoning intellectualism. The Gothic era was marked by a renewed interest in learning and a deepening of spiritual life, which found expression in the grand cathedrals and the intricate designs of the time. Soaring cathedrals with pointed arches and stained glass windows, testaments to the architectural prowess of the era, became the backdrop against which Gothic fashion unfolded. These structures were not just places of worship but also symbols of the divine reaching down to earth, inspiring awe and reverence. This new aesthetic, imbued with a sense of drama and grandeur, marked a departure from the simpler, more austere styles of the earlier Romanesque period. The Romanesque style, with its rounded arches and heavy solid forms, gave way to the lightness and verticality of Gothic design, which sought to elevate the spirit and the senses. As society evolved, so too did its sartorial choices, reflecting the growing wealth, status, and sophistication of the elite. The nobility and the wealthy merchant class began to express their power and influence through their clothing, which became increasingly elaborate and luxurious. Sumptuous fabrics, intricate embroidery, and the innovative use of tailoring techniques transformed clothing into wearable works of art. The attention to detail in Gothic fashion was unparalleled, with garments often featuring elaborate patterns, rich textures, and vibrant colors that spoke of the wearer's status and taste. But Gothic fashion was more than just a display of opulence. It was a reflection of the values and aspirations of the time, a way for individuals to express their identity and their place in the world. It was also a language, a means of communication in a society where clothing spoke volumes about one's social standing, occupation, and even religious beliefs. In a world where literacy was not widespread, visual symbols and signs played a crucial role in conveying information and establishing social order. Colors, fabrics, and embellishments all carried symbolic meaning, conveying messages of piety, power, or allegiance. For example, the use of certain colors like deep blue or rich red could indicate nobility or high rank, while specific patterns and motifs might signify loyalty to a particular lord or religious devotion. Through the language of clothing, individuals could navigate the complex social hierarchy of the medieval world. Fashion became a tool for both conformity and distinction, allowing people to fit into their social roles while also expressing their personal style and preferences. Join us as we delve deeper into this fascinating world, exploring the evolution of Gothic fashion and its impact on men's and women's attire across the early, high, and late Gothic periods. We will uncover the stories behind the garments, the artisans who created them, and the people who wore them, bringing to life a vibrant and dynamic era in fashion history. The early Gothic period, spanning the 12th and 13th centuries, witnessed a blossoming of creativity in fashion, mirroring the intellectual and artistic ferment of the era. As Europe emerged from the relative isolation of the early Middle Ages, trade routes reopened, bringing with them an influx of exotic goods and fresh ideas. Byzantine silks, Eastern spices, and Islamic art and architecture all influenced the development of Gothic style, infusing it with a sense of opulence and worldly sophistication. This period also saw the rise of chivalry, a code of conduct that idealized courage, loyalty, and courtly love. Chivalric ideals found expression in both men's and women's clothing, with garments becoming more elaborate and form-fitting, accentuating the body beneath. The use of color also took on new significance, with bright hues like blue, red, and green signifying wealth and status. For men, the early Gothic period saw the emergence of several key garments that would become staples of medieval fashion. The tunic, a long, loose-fitting garment worn by men of all classes, was often made of wool or linen and reached to the knees or ankles. Over the tunic, men might wear a surcoat, a more fitted garment that could be sleeveless or have long flowing sleeves. The surcoat, often made of finer fabrics like silk or velvet, was an opportunity for men to display their wealth and status. Another important garment was the chaperon, a hood with a long tail that could be draped over the head or shoulders. The chaperon, initially a practical garment for warmth, evolved into a fashionable accessory with elaborate folds and embellishments. Women's fashion in the early Gothic period emphasized grace and modesty, reflecting the prevailing social and religious norms. The basic garment for women was the kirtle, a long fitted gown worn over a chemise or underdress. Usually made of wool or linen, the kirtle featured long, close-fitting sleeves and could be laced or belted to create a flattering silhouette. Over the kirtle, women wore a variety of overgowns such as the cotehardie and the surcoat. The cotehardie, a more fitted overgown, often featured a low neckline and could be laced up the front or back. The surcoat, similar to the men's version, was a looser garment worn over the kirtle, often with wide sleeves and decorative trim. The High Gothic period, the 14th century, ushered in an era of unprecedented extravagance in fashion, reflecting the increasing wealth and sophistication of the European courts. The Hundred Years' War between England and France, while devastating in many ways, also fueled a demand for luxurious goods and elaborate displays of wealth. This period witnessed a surge in the use of sumptuous fabrics, intricate embroidery, and the development of new tailoring techniques. Garments became more closely fitted, accentuating the body beneath, and the use of buttons and lacing allowed for greater customization and fit. The silhouette for both men and women became more slender and elongated, emphasizing verticality and elegance. Men's fashion in the High Gothic period embraced flamboyance and individuality. The houppelande, a long flowing robe with wide sleeves, became the height of fashion. Often made of luxurious fabrics like silk, velvet, or brocade, the houppelande could be adorned with fur, embroidery, or jewels. The length of the houppelande, often trailing on the ground, was a sign of status, as it indicated that the wearer did not engage in manual labor. Another popular garment was the doublet, a short-fitted jacket worn over the shirt or tunic. The doublet, often made of velvet or satin, could be elaborately decorated with buttons, laces, and slashing, revealing glimpses of the fabric beneath. Men also began to wear hose, tight-fitting leggings that extended from the waist to the feet. Women's fashion in the High Gothic period emphasized elegance and refinement. The silhouette became more fitted, with a high waistline and a long flowing skirt. The kirtle remained the basic garment, but it was often worn with a tighter bodice that accentuated the bust. Over the kirtle, women wore a variety of overgowns, including the cotehardie and the houppelande. The cotehardie, now more fitted than in the early Gothic period, often featured a low square neckline that revealed the chemise beneath. The houppelande, while initially a male garment, was adopted by women and became a symbol of status and sophistication. Women's houppelandes were often made of luxurious fabrics and featured elaborate sleeves, trains, and embellishments.
Absolutely. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content like this. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue creating quality videos. Thank you for watching and being a part of our community. Remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest uploads. Your support keeps us going.